The red line has been in One Piece since episode 1. Every map, every sea chart, every sailor's nightmare. But nobody asks the most obvious question. What if it was never supposed to be there? What if someone built it? Look at what the red line actually does. It doesn't just divide the world, it controls it. There are only two ways to cross from one sea to another. Through Mariejois, owned by the world government, or through Fishman Island, 10,000 meters underwater, accessible only by specific ships. Every trade route on Earth, every journey between seas, every person, every ship, every cargo passes through a checkpoint the world government controls. This isn't a geographic feature, this is infrastructure built to serve a purpose. And that purpose is control. Here is the detail nobody talks about. The red line forms a perfect ring around the planet. A single continent, continuous, unbroken. That does not happen in nature. Real continents drift, they fragment, they form clusters. Not perfect rings. And then there is reverse mountain, water flowing uphill, against gravity, into the Grand Line. That is not natural either. The entire geography of the One Piece world was designed, and if it was designed, it can be undone. Udon, a ship that can destroy islands and alter sea levels. Poseidon, the power to command sea kings strong enough to reshape the ocean floor. Poseidon isn't built, she's born, into a living person. You don't engineer a living weapon unless what you're fighting is too large for any machine. A continent-sized wall requires a continent-sized force. Joy Boy didn't just promise to bring Fishman Island to the surface, he promised a world where they wouldn't need permission to exist, where the wall was gone, where the seas were free. The Void Century was not just a war, it was a prison break that failed. Joy Boy's people tried to tear down the Red Line, use the ancient weapons, free the world, and 20 kings who had built their power on controlling every choke point in existence could not allow it, so they won. They erased the history, they hid the weapons, they burned anyone who researched what came before, and then they placed their throne on top of the wall they built. Mariejois, not because it is beautiful, because it is the lock, and they hold the only key. Luffy has never once asked permission to go anywhere. He doesn't use checkpoints, he doesn't ask for keys, he just goes. Every wall in One Piece, Arlong Park, Enies Lobby, Impel Down, Marineford, Wano, Luffy walked through every single one. The Red Line is just the last wall. And at the end of this story, when it finally comes down, that isn't just a finale. That is the moment the entire world gets to live the way Luffy has always lived, without walls, without permission, without the lock.